So we were called into this deck that one of our competitors had actually vinyled, and they were in the process of doing the stucco detail. What they had done was they cut the stucco up 6 inches and leveled it all the way around, so they started at 6 and put a foot in the back wall. And then they decided to try and do one of our details of doing a counterflash detail. But as you can see, their execution is very poorly done. This is their corners here. I can put my finger right in there, and look, oh boy, that's good. That wasn't even rehearsed. That is so bad. I mean, obviously water's going to get in here, it's just going to roll in here and get right in behind the vinyl decking, and this whole thing, after one winter, would be totally ruined. The joints weren't even done nice and neat here, like, you know, I can put my finger yet again right in the joint, it's not done tightly. And if you look at the outside corner over here, we'll just cruise on over. Instead of taking the time and mitering their outside corner on this baseboard, what they've gone and done here is they just butted it, and, you know, well, you can see how good that looks. So, boy, that's done well. And then this is their outside miter, they're flashing. You probably can't see it very well, so we'll just get a better view of this. So this is their outside miter of their flashing, and I'm not kidding you, I didn't touch this or anything. This is exactly how the customer showed it to me. Look at the gap here. I mean, the customer called them back and said, no, what about this workmanship? This isn't going to be good. And the guy said to them, well, don't worry about it, we'll caulk it. And look, we'll caulk this. So anyways, enough of that. We've come here to do it right. We're going to take this all apart, and we're going to put our counter flashing in with proper miter joints, proper detailing, and we'll show you as it comes along. So here's a proper way to cut an inside corner when you're doing the counter flashing. Take your square, you mark a little 45-45 out where it sits against the back wall, scribe down. Then you get the tin snips.
You just want the overlap so there's no gap in the corner.
Max is making a little tab there so that it overlaps, because he's a smart guy. He's done this so many times before. He's got his red tin snips. So he's cutting at the tab line. Now he's using his green tin snips. Different colored tin snips cut different ways. So he cuts that back past the tab line back to the original line that he made so he can fold it. And he cuts that tab out there, and he's going to cut it loose at the front. Just going to clean it up a little bit. There you go. Now when you fold it together, you see that? Isn't that gorgeous? So this is a good example of our counter flashing detail with the comb spruce. Over here, as you see, we brought our counter flashing across with a miter, brought it back over here, and we miter outside corners of our comb spruce and makes a nice, neat, clean, waterproofing detail. What the competitors that did over here that were replacing it, like, look at their outside miter corner of their flash. Like, it doesn't even come close to matching up. When they put their comb spruce on, they didn't blunt the nail or anything, they just put one nail in, and of course it split it. They never outside mitered it, they just, I don't know, got a saw of some sort and just cut it straight so it butts together. This one butts into here, but you can see it doesn't butt nicely. And the whole thing just comes apart like a house of cards. I mean, they end up cutting the back flap of this right down to nothing, so it's not even really going up behind the stucco. The whole premise is to get this counterflashing up behind your stucco, so that water, when it rolls here, can't wick up into here and get in behind our vinyl here. So when we've gone and done this, you can see we installed this, so it goes up behind the stucco. This flashing goes behind the stucco. And everything's nice and tight. Like, this piece of wood right now is only just tacked on with a couple of nails, because everything fits so nice and tight. It's friction fit. Then we go afterwards and we put all the nails in that are required. But the proper job really only needs a couple of nails to hold it in place. You know, and then you nail it off just to make sure it's secure for years and years to come. But I mean, this whole thing is just done so early. I mean, look at this. It's just ridiculous, really. I mean, I think that this is acceptable building practices. Like, look at this. And the owner should pay for this. It's ridiculous. So when we're done, we'll show you the end product here.